What's good, y'all? It's your boy Rob, back with another video. We're about to go ahead and put this fender on this fender and bumper on this Elco. What am I talking about? That's the other car. Impala. I'm about to put this fender and this bumper on this Impala. Gotta get the toolbox out of the SS. Whoopsies. Why didn't I open up? There we go. About to get the toolbox out of the SS, and hopefully we can get this on in a timely manner because it looks like it's about to rain and I don't have time for that. So we're about to get this fender and this bumper put on the other SS, the Impala SS. And then after that, we'll be good to go. But yeah, like I said, hopefully we can get this on in a timely manner so that we can beat this rain. The reason why I want to do this is so that, you know what I mean, I can continue to keep moving forward on the SS. The Honda over there, that's a wife's whip. Elco, Impala. So I'm probably not going to film everything, you know what I'm saying, because I'm not in the garage. I'm outside in the middle of the street. Not in the middle of the street, literally, but you know what I mean, on the side of the street. But I'll kind of try to explain what I'm trying to do here, because I've done this before on a Caprice. The homie had a Caprice, which we had to replace the hood and the bumper. So I've kind of done this before. But let me see, let me wait for this car to pass by. But like I said, I think there's two bolts right here on the fender. Obviously this one is damaged, so it looks like those are gone. This little piece on the inside already ripped off. And then you have your bolts on the inside of the fender that hold the fender to the inner fender well. And then you have your bolts on the inside where the hood and the fender meet. So let's go ahead and show you that real quick. Where the hood and the fender meet. So you got your bolts going all the way up the fender, inside the car or whatever. This one might actually need a little bit straightening out, but we'll see once we get this fender off. And then right here you have your bolts right here, or not bolts, but these little plastic tabs that go onto the bumper to hold the bumper cover onto the part where the bumper holds on. And you got, like I said, the other side where you got, there will be two little bolts inside of here as well, which, you know what I'm saying, like I said, they're gone. And then you have your little bolts that hold the back of the bumper on, the bumper cover on to the bumper. And then underneath, if you can kind of see, there should be some underneath here as well, but I don't see any. So oh, actually, like right there and right there. So then there's a bolt for this license plate thing that I don't know if I'm gonna put this on the new bumper cover or not, but like I said, that's pretty much all you got to do to take off this bumper. It should be relatively easy and straightforward, since a lot of them are already ripped out since this car was in an accident, unfortunately. But it's good for me because I got a pretty cheap, nice, reasonable deal. But we'll show you what it looks like once it's done. It's good, grind schoolers. So in the last video with the Impala, I said that I was gonna take the fender off. That day I actually did not get the fender off of the car because I had the 4 bolts in between the door and the fender that I was unable to get at the time. And then also I had to go into the hood to get the rest of those bolts inside. But I'm gonna show you guys basically what I had to do to get the fender off. Now the other fender on the other side is still on there, so I'll show you guys all the bolts that you have to do or have to get in order to get the fender off. But let's go ahead and get to that real quick. So I did get the Impala started. I got the Impala into the garage so that I'm not outside, you know what I'm saying, working on it in this heat. It's like 90, 100 degrees. But as you can see, that the driver's side fender I did end up getting off. So what I have to do now is pull this dent off. I do have the stud welder, so I can pull that out. Also I have to straighten this inner fender well. So what I ended up having to do was stick the ratchet in between here with the hex head, because these are hex bolts. So I had to stick it in between the door and the fender in order to get it for this bolt, I believe, and that bolt. This one I was able to open up the door and get. This one I was able to open up the door and get this one down here. And then it came right off. But I'll show you guys on the other side what all I had to do. And then also up under the hood, we also had to get these two bolts out of there and then pull the fender off. So these two bolts actually loosen up the hood, so the hood will be loose. So you kind of want to probably hold or have somebody hold the hood. Now my hood didn't move too much, but you want to kind of prevent it from sliding back into this corner, because you can bend up your hood right here, and I've done this on my El Camino, so I know from experience, if you let the hood slide back, it's really easy to bend if you let it go too far back, or you can crack your windshield. So let me show you guys what else needed to be done. So you have these hex bolts all the way up your fender, all the way up until you get to the back where the hood is attached to the fender. So back here, and these hex bolts are a little bit bigger. You have two bolts right here. You got a bolt inside here. You got a bolt right there. There's also another bolt behind this little bezel that you can't really see, that you got to go on the inside and get. So it's behind here. Obviously the ones in the fender well all the way down there, and then like I said, the ones in between the door and the fender should pop right up out of there. Like I said, what I had to do was I had to stick the ratchet in between here in order to get the other fender off. So I probably had to do the same thing here and figure out how to stick the ratchet, because luckily for me, on the other side, the fender gap and the door gap was big enough for me to stick the ratchet in there in order to get those hex bolts out. But this one looks a little bit closer, so we'll probably have to do some things and figure out how to do that. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. That's pretty much how you would take the fender off. Like I said, this is the extent of the damage that I have to fix and repair. So I'm gonna get to that probably right now, so that I can just mount up the other fender. And also, this impact kind of made this get pushed into the engine bay a little bit, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to straighten that out. But once it's straightened out, I could put the fender on there and then get this thing ready for paint. That's my mission. Obviously, you know, like I said, we got damage here. I got a new mirror, got a new bezel, so we're making progress. We're making progress. So like I said, I wasn't able to get it that particular day, but I was able to get it the other day. I didn't make a video of me actually taking it off. I just took it off or whatever. But like I said, it wasn't that difficult. Had to, you know, figure some things out in order to get the fender off. But that's pretty much the extent of it, you know what I mean? That's pretty much how you get the fender off, and then we'll keep on making videos on stuff that we do on this car. But anyways, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Work hard so you can live free.